Evaluate functions level 1. All right, so remember we learned our function notation. Our input is x, is the variable, and our output is the entire thing, f of x. So instead of having y, now we have f of x. So this is giving us directions, a shorthand way of saying some directions for us. It's telling us find what the function's output is when your input is 0. Okay, so that's a fancy way of saying everywhere you see an x, plug in a 0, right? So this one we could really do in our heads, right? 0 plus 1 is 1. Whoop, not 12, 1. And let's see what Delta Math says. Okay, we got it. Let's see if they can give us one that's maybe not so easy. This one we can also do in our heads. Let's do another one. All right. Still, we could probably do this in our heads, but let's just write it out to make sure.
Look at my big dinosaur, Mom.
I see your big dinosaur, buddy. That is a cool dinosaur. Hey, you know what, bub? I'm going to teach some functions to some freshmen in my algebra class, okay? Go show Daddy your dinosaur. All right, so we've got g of x equals negative x minus 4. And they want to know, right, g of x equals negative x minus 4. And Delta Math's asking us to find g of 5, right? So that says anywhere you see an x, plug in a 5. So negative 5 minus 4 gives us negative 9. Not too bad, right? Negative 9. Enter, enter. Love it. Let's see if they give us any harder ones. Woo! This one's got an extra step. So now they're asking g of x equals 3x plus 5. Find g of negative 6. Right? So we've got g of x equals 3x plus 5. Find g of negative 6. So our directions are telling us everywhere you see an x, plug in a negative 6. Right? So 3 times, now we're going to follow PEMDAS, or order of operations. Right? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Right? Nothing to do inside the parentheses, no exponents. So then we're going to do our multiplication. 3 times negative 6, which is negative 18. And last we'll do our addition. Negative 18 plus 5 gives me negative 13. Hop back over to Delta Math. Type in my negative 13. Enter, enter. And bada bing, bada boom, we're set to go.